Welcome back to Napoleon Hill Mastermind Journeys. Today, I'm going to reveal something that will shatter everything you believe about achieving riches. You think working harder is the answer? You believe grinding 18 hours a day will make you wealthy. Then prepare to have your mind completely transformed, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just theory, it's the exact mental blueprint I discovered after studying over 500 of America's wealthiest individuals, including Carnegie, Ford, and Edison. Let me be absolutely clear. The difference between the wealthy and the poor isn't talent, isn't education, and it certainly isn't luck. The true difference lies in the operating system of the mind itself. For 25 years, I sat in boardrooms where million-dollar decisions were made in minutes. I observed habits that felt almost supernatural, and I discovered something shocking. The rich don't just think differently about money, they think differently about everything. You'll uncover the 8 mental laws that separate the top 1% from the rest. Not motivational fluff, but psychological laws that create an unstoppable force toward wealth. But I must warn you, this knowledge will disturb you. It will expose the reasons why most remain broke and force you to abandon thought patterns you've carried your entire life. By the end, you'll understand why 95% of people work their whole lives and die broke, while the 5% accumulate fortunes they'll never finish spending. More importantly, you'll gain the exact mental framework to join that 5%. So grab a pen, take notes, and prepare to think like you've never thought before. Because once you understand these 8 revelations, there's no going back. Mental Law 1. Master your mental blueprint. The wealthy don't just work differently, they think differently. And it all begins with one principle most people completely ignore. Listen carefully. Every fortune begins as a written declaration, not a wish, not a vague dream, but a specific burning declaration of intent. Carnegie once told me, "Hill, show me a man's written goals, and I'll show you his future bank account." And he meant that, literally. Now listen closely. The act of writing your life's mission is not just goal setting. It is mental alchemy. It transforms invisible thought into visible results. Carnegie once handed me a blank sheet of paper and said, "Write what you want to accomplish. Be bold. Be unreasonable." I hesitated. What if I fail? What if they laugh? But I wrote anyway. I will discover and share the success principles used by America's greatest achievers and help millions reach financial independence. That single act changed the trajectory of my life. It became my compass, my mission, my obsession. This is the first law of millionaire thinking. Write your definite major purpose with so much clarity and emotion that just reading it aloud makes your spine tingle with anticipation. But the masses, they drift, they react, they let life happen to them. Millionaires, they wake up with a mission, one that is written, repeated daily, and burned into the subconscious until it becomes more real than the physical world itself. Let me now give you the exact rules for writing your major purpose. Rule 1. Be absolutely specific. Don't write, "I want to be rich." Write, "I will accumulate $10 million by December 31st, 2030 through solving high-value problems." Rule 2. Set a deadline. Your subconscious needs urgency to act. Without a date, it's just a daydream. Rule 3. Include a method. Even if vague, your mind needs direction. Rule 4. Attach powerful emotion. Your purpose must stir passion, or it won't sink deep enough to matter. Rule 5. Read it aloud twice daily, morning and night. These are your subconscious mind's open windows. Carnegie made me do this every single day for 6 months. At first, I felt foolish, but within weeks, the world around me began to change. Opportunities appeared, people showed up, ideas flowed, because my mind finally had orders. But let me be clear, this is not magic. This is psychology. You are literally reprogramming your brain to scan the world for wealth instead of poverty. So let me leave you with this. Your written purpose must be so real, so vivid, that failure becomes impossible to imagine. Stop waiting. Start commanding. Your fortune is waiting for you to give it orders. Mental Law 2. Think results, not activity. Here's where most hard-working people fall into the trap. They confuse being busy with being effective. They measure their worth by how tired they feel instead of what they've actually accomplished. This is the activity illusion, and it's one of the most dangerous forms of self-deception. Let me tell you about two men I studied, James Morrison and Robert Fletcher. Both worked in similar industries, both put in long hours, both seemed dedicated. After 5 years, Morrison had built a fortune worth millions. Fletcher, still stuck in financial mediocrity. Why? Because Morrison measured his days by results. Fletcher measured his days by effort. Every morning, Morrison asked one question: what specific result must I create today that moves me closer to my major purpose? And then, he focused only on activities that created that result. No distractions, no excuses, no busy work. Fletcher, on the other hand, stayed busy. He answered every email, attended every meeting, put out every little fire, and felt productive, but produced almost nothing of lasting value. This is the second law of millionaire thinking. Measure your days by completion, not effort. The wealthy think in terms of outcomes, not activity. They don't care how long something takes. If it doesn't produce the result, it's not valuable. They are ruthlessly focused on what actually matters. Henry Ford didn't dominate the auto industry by working harder. He focused on a single outcome, maximum production, with minimum waste. While competitors bragged about how hard their workers toiled, Ford built systems that created more cars in less time with less effort, because Ford understood something most never learn. The market doesn't pay you for effort, it pays you for results. Customers don't care how hard you tried, they care whether you solved their problem better, faster, cheaper than anyone else. Here's how to apply this law right now. Morning result planning. Before you start your day, write down the 3 most important results you must produce. Not tasks, not errands, results. Hourly result checking. Every hour, ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now creating one of my 3 results? If not, stop, refocus. Evening result review. At the end of each day, ask, what did I actually complete today that built my wealth? If you can't name results, you drifted. Weekly result analysis. Track how much of your time was spent on high-value outcomes and how much on busy work. Top performers spend at least 80% of their time producing real results. The poor say, I worked hard today. The wealthy say, I produced value today. The poor count hours. The wealthy count outcomes. The poor celebrate effort. The wealthy celebrate completion. The poor feel guilty when they're not busy. The wealthy feel guilty when they're not productive. This mindset will shift your entire relationship with work. You'll stop being a slave to activity and become a master of outcomes. But prepare yourself. This approach will make others uncomfortable. They'll say you're cold, arrogant, lazy. They'll resent your focus. They'll question your priorities. They'll beg you to join their busy confusion. Ignore them. Unsuccessful people always have opinions about success they've never achieved. The marketplace doesn't care about your hustle. Your bank account doesn't grow from effort. Only results matter. Only completion creates wealth. So stop glorifying busy work and start worshiping results. Your future depends on it. Mental Law 3. Command your future through mental rehearsal. Now we enter the realm that separates true millionaires from everyone else. It's called visualization. Most people use their imagination for worry. They rehearse fears, they picture failure, they imagine problems, and then they wonder why their life looks like their anxieties. But millionaires, they use imagination as a blueprint factory. They see success before it becomes real. They mentally walk through their future victories before they take a single step in reality. Let me tell you exactly how Thomas Edison did it. Every night in his lab, he would sit in silence, close his eyes, and construct his inventions mentally, wire by wire, component by component, function by function. This wasn't fantasy, it was mental engineering. He saw it all and tested it in his mind before lifting a single tool. Why? Because fixing something in your imagination is cheaper than fixing it in reality. It saved him time, it saved him money, it saved him years. But Edison didn't stop there. He visualized people using his creations. He imagined the impact, the contribution, the transformation. This is what gave him the drive to keep going through failure, rejection, and exhaustion, because he had already seen the result. He had already felt the future. This is the third law of millionaire thinking. Live in your successful future so completely that your present behavior begins to align with it automatically. Here's your daily visualization protocol. Phase 1. Environmental preparation. Find a quiet place. Sit upright. Close your eyes. Take 5 deep breaths to clear the noise. To become still, to become present. Phase 2. Achievement visualization. Now see yourself as if your major purpose is already complete. What do you own? Where do you live? What do your days look like? Who's with you? How do you feel? Don't just observe it, feel it. Phase 3. Identity visualization. Now, see yourself as you've become. How do you walk? How do you speak? What kind of presence do you carry? Step fully into your future self and let that version of you take over. Phase 4. Impact visualization. Now shift focus to the impact you're making. Who are you helping? What problems are you solving? How are others benefiting because you succeeded? This connects your goal to something bigger than you. Phase 5. Gratitude integration. Now feel deep gratitude. Thank the people who supported you. Appreciate the journey. Smile, knowing it's already yours. This is not wishful thinking. This is not daydreaming. This is mental programming. You're giving your subconscious clear orders. You're aligning your brain with your destiny. Here's what happens when you visualize daily and emotionally. Opportunity recognition. You start noticing chances that align with your vision. Decision clarity. You instantly know which choices pull you forward or hold you back. Resource magnetism. People, money, and ideas begin to flow to you. Unstoppable persistence. You stop quitting because you've already experienced success in your mind. Action alignment. Your habits shift to support the future you've already seen. Most people live by memory. Millionaires live by vision. They don't wait to see it to believe it. They believe it until they see it. But here's your warning. Never visualize without emotion. Mental pictures without feeling are fantasy. Mental pictures with deep feeling, they're commands. Orders your subconscious must obey. So feel it, see it, live it. Let your imagination be your compass. Let your emotions be the fire. Let your future pull you forward. Because your imagination is never neutral. It's either building your dream or building your fear. Choose wisely. Your future depends on it. Mental Law 4. Think deep, not fast. In today's noisy, hyper-connected world, thinking in silence has become a superpower. Yet most people avoid silence as if it were dangerous. They fill every moment with stimulation, music, notifications, distractions, because in silence, truth emerges. Millionaires do the opposite. They seek silence. They understand that deep thinking creates deep results, not in chaos, not in meetings, but in solitude. Let me tell you about a ritual John D. Rockefeller followed every single day. Before speaking to anyone, before reading newspapers, he would go on a long, silent walk. No phone, no music, no distractions, just him and his thoughts. During these walks, his thinking time. And he protected it more fiercely than any meeting or deal, because he understood a truth most ignore. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your results. This is the fourth law of millionaire thinking. Protect your mind from noise so your thoughts can grow deep and powerful. But let's be clear, silence isn't passive. True silence, it's where you question assumptions, forge new insights, make decisions with wisdom, not emotion, and most importantly, it's where clarity is born. Here's your strategic silence protocol. Daily thinking time. Schedule 30 minutes of complete silence. No phone, no input, just you and your thoughts. Ask yourself 1, what's my next clear move? What decision have I been avoiding? What opportunity am I not seeing? Let the answers surface. Weekly deep planning. Once per week, spend 2 hours reviewing your life, your goals, your direction. Look at the big picture without noise. Monthly vision clarification. Take half a day. Review your major purpose. Ask, is my path still right? What must evolve? What new strategy wants to emerge? Silence for problem solving. When faced with complexity, resist the urge to Google or ask advice. Sit, think, be still. The answer is often already inside you. Most people avoid silence because it forces them to confront uncomfortable truths. But millionaires lean into it because they know clarity only comes when the world quiets down. So be patient with silence. At first, your mind will rebel. It will scream, "This is wasting time." It's not. It's where your real power begins. Because in silence, your vision clarifies, your strategy sharpens, and your next steps become obvious. The world is noisy by accident, but silence is created on purpose. The masses think out loud and wonder why their ideas lack power. Millionaires think in silence and speak with precision. They don't rush to react. They pause to respond. So protect your silence. Guard it like treasure, because the next breakthrough in your life is already whispering. You just need to get quiet enough to hear it. Mental Law 5. Act from identity, not emotion. Here's a truth that can liberate you from years of struggle. You don't need to feel confident to act confidently. You don't need to feel successful to behave successfully. You don't need to wait for motivation to take action. The masses wait to feel ready. Millionaires decide they're ready and act. Most people are ruled by emotion. They act when they feel like it. They speak when they feel bold. They move when they feel certain. And that's why their results are inconsistent. But the wealthy, they operate from identity, not emotion. They decide who they are and then act in alignment with that decision, no matter how they feel in the moment. Let me tell you what Andrew Carnegie taught me. He said, "Hill, most people think they must become successful in order to feel successful. This is backward. The truth is, you must feel successful in order to become successful, and that feeling comes from decision, not evidence." Carnegie decided he was a successful businessman long before anyone knew his name. He walked like one, spoke like one, thought like one, while still poor and unknown. Eventually, the world caught up with his identity. This is the fifth law of millionaire thinking. Act from identity, not emotion. But listen carefully. This isn't about pretending. It's not fake it till you make it. It's choose it, and then act as if it were already true. Abraham Lincoln didn't feel confident during the Civil War. He didn't feel ready to lead a divided nation, but he had chosen the identity of a leader, and so he acted from that place. When fear whispered, identity spoke louder. Here's how to build identity-based action into your life. Morning identity declaration. Before anything else, stand tall and say aloud, "I am a wealth creator. I am a disciplined achiever. I am a leader of purpose." This is not affirmation. It is a command. You're not trying to feel something. You're issuing an identity order. Decision filter. Throughout the day, ask, what would the version of me I've chosen do right now? Then do that. Even if you feel afraid, tired, uncertain, especially then. Emotional override protocol. When you feel hesitant, act bold. When you feel weak, stand strong. When you feel unsure, move with purpose. Your feelings are not facts. Your identity is your truth. Evening identity reflection. At day's end, ask, when did I act from identity instead of emotion today? Celebrate it, reinforce it, build the habit. Every time you act from identity, you strengthen your future self. You become the person you've decided to be. And here's what happens next. You stop needing motivation. You stop chasing confidence. You simply act, because that's who you are. People will feel your energy shift. They'll treat you differently. Opportunities will start finding you, because identity sends a signal to the universe. But here's the catch. It must be consistent. You can't be a leader at 9 a.m. and a victim by lunch. You can't act like a millionaire on Monday and a complainer on Tuesday. Identity is not a hobby. It's a discipline, a choice you make over and over until the world has no option but to believe it too. The masses say, "How do I become confident?" The wealthy say, "I am confident, so I act that way." The masses wait for permission. The wealthy give themselves orders. Your past, not your identity. Your fears, not your identity. Your temporary failures, not your identity. Your chosen identity is who you are becoming, starting right now. So choose wisely, act boldly, and never let emotion rule a mind that was built to lead, because your future is waiting to follow your identity. Mental Law 6. Automate success through structure. Millionaires don't rely on motivation because motivation is unreliable. They don't depend on inspiration. It's unpredictable. And they don't trust willpower. It runs out. So what do they trust? Systems. They build structures that deliver results even on their worst days, especially on their worst days. While the masses wake up asking, "What should I do today?" millionaires already know. Their plan is in motion before they open their eyes. Here's the surprising truth. The most successful people make the fewest decisions. They make important decisions once, then build a system to repeat them automatically. Henry Ford didn't build an empire on motivation. He built it with systems. Every process in his factories was documented, predictable, and repeatable. The system worked, whether Ford was present or not, whether his workers were tired or energized, whether the market was up or down, because systems don't have bad days. This is the sixth law of millionaire thinking. Automate success through structure. Let me show you how to build your own personal success system. Morning success protocol. Every day, same time. No excuses. No how do I feel today. Just action. Wake up at a fixed time. Move your body for 20 minutes. Read your definite major purpose with emotion. Plan your 3 critical results. Visualize success for 15 minutes. This sets the tone for everything. Work execution system. Krakal, Treksinjau Kamek Stefan Nijalize, Raptrelnkrumfer, Rapusexploridia for code. Set a major mormilon tordamio for age, set evaluations, Kromamente. Celebrate each result, then move on, because momentum builds confidence. Evening review system. At day's end, Rapishui, review what you completed, not just what you attempted. Plan tomorrow's 3 priorities. Read your purpose again. Feel it, practice gratitude. Note what you learned. Success is not in what you do once, but in what you repeat with precision. Weekly strategic session. Block 2 hours weekly to review. Are you progressing toward your major purpose? What's working? What's not? What's next week's game plan? What do you need to add, eliminate, or improve? If it's not in the plan, it doesn't exist. Monthly vision check. Ask yourself, does my purpose still excite me? Are my systems aligned with my goals? Am I living my chosen identity daily? What's the next level of structure I need to grow? Most people build plans for their best days. Millionaires build systems that work on their worst. Here's the key difference. The masses build systems that require motivation. The wealthy build systems that replace motivation. Your systems must be simple, repeatable, and resilient. Even when you're tired, even when you're frustrated, even when you feel like giving up. Thomas Edison didn't become history's greatest inventor because of bursts of genius. He had a system. 4 hours a day, no matter what, review, experiment, document, repeat. He didn't wait for ideas to strike. He worked his system, and the results came. Here's a bulletproof structure anyone can start with. The 15-minute morning wealth protocol. 5 minutes, read your purpose aloud. 5 minutes, visualize success. 5 minutes, choose 3 wealth-building actions. 20 minutes, plan tomorrow. 20 minutes, study something that expands your knowledge. The weekly wealth strategy session. 30 minutes, measure progress. 30 minutes, eliminate low-value tasks. 30 minutes, set next week's focus. 30 minutes, explore new opportunities. You don't need motivation when you have a machine that moves you forward, because motivation fails, inspiration fades, but structure endures. So stop hoping for good days, start building them. Because the life you want won't come from mood swings. It will come from systems that serve you, regardless of mood. Build your systems well, and they will build your wealth. Mental Law 7. Treat every dollar as capital. Here's where most people reveal their poverty programming. They see money as something to spend. The wealthy, they see it as something to multiply. The average person earns and immediately consumes food, entertainment, gadgets, comfort. But millionaires, they treat every dollar like a soldier in their army. A soldier with a mission to bring back more soldiers. This is the 7th law of millionaire thinking. Treat every dollar as capital, not consumption. Let me share with you what John D. Rockefeller told me. Hill, most people think money is for buying things. This is primitive thinking. The purpose of money is to make more money. Every dollar you touch has 2 options. Become a tool that builds wealth, or become a toy that disappears forever. The poor focus on price. The wealthy focus on return. They ask, what will this money do for me once I spend it? Let's be clear. Investment thinking doesn't mean being cheap. It means being strategic. Rockefeller bought expensive suits because they elevated his presence and built credibility. He traveled first class because it connected him with powerful people and gave him energy. He didn't spend, he invested. Here's how to build your investment mindset. The investment question protocol. Before spending on anything, ask, will this help me earn more? Will this help me save more? Will this help me multiply more? If the answer is no, minimize it. If yes, maximize. The ROI evaluation system. Before big purchases, analyze return. Rockefeller health. Will it boost energy and productivity? Relationships. Will it lead to opportunity and growth? Every dollar should be doing work, not just disappearing into the void. The wealth building budget model. Structure your money like this. 40% essentials, 30% direct investments, business, stocks, real estate, 20% capacity building, skills, tools, learning. Because here's what most people get wrong. They buy liabilities and call them assets. A house you live in, liability. It drains cash. A rental property that pays you, asset. A car for commuting, liability. A delivery truck earning income, asset. If it puts money into your pocket, it's an asset. If it pulls money out, it's not, period. And yet, most people work their entire lives to collect liabilities. They confuse ownership with wealth. They confuse consumption with investment. Here's your personal strategy to escape that trap. The asset accumulation plan. Set a goal to acquire one new income-producing asset every quarter. Q1, acquire your first. Q2, reinvest the profit into your second. Q3, use the gains from 2 to buy the third. Q4, let 3 assets fund the fourth. Let your money build more money. The liability elimination sweep. Cancel low-value subscriptions. Lower housing and transportation costs. Eliminate non-strategic entertainment. Reinvest all freed-up cash into income generators. You're not cutting expenses. You're redirecting fuel. Every dollar saved is a new soldier on the battlefield. Give it a mission. Give it purpose. The wealthy understand. It's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and how well you multiply what you keep. So stop asking, can I afford it? Start asking, will this make me wealthier? That one question will change your entire financial future, because every dollar is either a seed you plant or a snack you eat. Only one will feed you forever. Mental Law 8. Your circle determines your success. This final law may be the most important of all, and yet it's the one most people completely ignore. Your income, your mindset, your habits, your future will rarely exceed the level of your closest relationships. Your network doesn't just influence your success, it determines it. Andrew Carnegie told me, Hill, show me a man's friends and I'll show you his destiny. If he spends time with thinkers, he'll become one. If he spends time with complainers, he'll stay broke. That hit me like lightning, because at the time I was surrounded by people who thought small. People who feared change, who doubted success, who believed wealth was luck, not law. And the more time I spent with them, the more I absorbed their limitations, until I made a new decision to elevate my circle. This is the 8th law of millionaire thinking. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If you want to change your life, change who you're surrounded by. The circle audit. Make a list of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now ask, what's their average income? What's their ambition level? Do they grow or complain? Do they challenge you or comfort you? If the average of their results isn't where you want to go, neither is your future. The relationship filter. Separate your network into 4 categories. Elevators. They lift you up. Supporters. They believe in you. Neutrals. They have no impact. Drainers. They pull you down. Spend maximum time with elevators, some time with supporters, limit time with neutrals, eliminate drainers. Identify 5 people already achieving what you desire. Study them, learn from them, add value to them, get in their orbit, not to take from them, but to contribute and grow through the association. Millionaires don't network sideways, they network upward. It's uncomfortable at first, but growth always is. Most people surround themselves with people who make them feel safe. Millionaires surround themselves with people who make them feel challenged. They'd rather be the smallest fish in a rising ocean than the biggest fish in a stagnant puddle. Here's how to shift your network. Starting now, value first strategy. Before asking anything from someone successful, ask, Ron, what can I offer them? How can I solve a problem for them? How can I make their mission easier? Leaders are constantly approached by people who want things. You'll stand out by being the one who gives first. Relationship maintenance system. Monthly check-ins with key people, quarterly gifts, value, or referrals. Annual review. Is this connection growing both of us? Strong networks are nurtured, not just made. Because here's the ultimate truth. Opportunities flow through people. Deals, jobs, ideas. They rarely show up in emails. They show up in conversations. Upgrade your circle, and you upgrade your future. The masses hope success finds them. Millionaires build networks that deliver it. Your environment is either pulling you forward or holding you back. There is no neutral ground, so choose wisely, because your net worth will always rise or fall with your network. Conclusion. The transformation begins now. You've now received the 8 mental laws that separate the wealthy from the wandering, the focused from the distracted, the unstoppable from the uncertain. But knowledge without application is worthless. Understanding without implementation is just entertainment. These laws are not suggestions, they are requirements. They are not motivational fluff, they are mental infrastructure. Let me remind you of what you now carry. Mental Law 1. Master your mental blueprint. Write your definite major purpose. Read it daily. Feel it deeply. Let it program your subconscious. Mental Law 2. Think results, not activity. Stop measuring effort. Measure outcomes. What did you actually complete today? Mental Law 3. Command your future through mental rehearsal. Visualize your success so clearly, your present begins to obey it. Mental Law 4. Think deep, not fast. Guard silence. Create space. Let wisdom emerge from the quiet. Mental Law 5. Act from identity, not emotion. Don't wait to feel like it. Act like the person you've decided to be now. Mental Law 6. Automate success through structure. Build systems that function even when you don't feel like functioning. Mental Law 7. Treat every dollar as capital. Every euro, every dollar is a seed. Plant it wisely. Nurture it. Let it multiply. Mental Law 8. Your circle determines your success. Surround yourself with greatness or remain imprisoned by mediocrity. Your environment is stronger than your will. Now here's your final warning. These laws will separate you. You will think differently, act differently, live differently. People around you may not understand. They may criticize your intensity, mock your new disciplines. That's normal. That's proof you're rising. Remember, 95% of people work their entire lives only to die broke. If you want different results, you must think differently. Your fortune is not found in effort alone. It's found in mental laws, lived with precision. So decide now. No more drifting, no more hoping, no more waiting to feel ready. You are ready because you have the code. The mental code of millionaires is now yours. Use it, apply it, live it, and never look back. Riches begin with a thought, grow through precise planning, and manifest through relentless, aligned action. The transformation begins now. Your millionaire future is waiting for your decision. Remember, riches begin with a thought, develop through definite planning, and manifest through persistent action guided by these immutable laws. Your fortune is waiting for you to claim it through the power of your transformed thinking. Start today. Start now. Your millionaire future depends on it. If this video has opened your mind to new possibilities, subscribe to Napoleon Hill Mastermind Journeys. Ring the notification bell. We are building a community of individuals who refuse mediocrity and are committed to thinking their way to wealth. Leave a comment below and answer this powerful question. Which of these 8 laws challenges your current thinking the most? And what action will you take in the next 24 hours to implement it? Your answer will reveal whether you're ready to join the wealthy or stay among the masses who know, but never grow. The choice is yours. The laws are proven. The time is now. Think like a millionaire and watch your bank account follow your mindset. Until our next mastermind journey, remember, your thoughts are the architects of your fortune. Build wisely.